three Chelsea players that cost £54 million are yet to feature under Enzo Maresca in the Premier League, casting doubt on their long-term futures at Stamford Bridge. Related articles Chelsea transformed their entire starting 11 from their UEFA Conference League victory over Gent when they took on Nottingham Forest on Sunday. The problem for Enzo Maresca is that, even with those wholesale changes, three players worth £54 million in transfer fees were still left out in the cold. Cesare Cossade, who had quietly impressed in a holding midfield role in the 4-2 win over the Belgian side, dropped out of the team and took up his normal position on the bench. There was no sign at all of Carney Chukwuemeka, nor was there a place for their £19 million summer signing, Omari Kellyman. Granted, Kellyman suffered a setback in his recovery from a hamstring injury that has kept him sidelined since the start of the season. But many viewed his transfer as little more than financial convenience for both Villa and Chelsea, with Ian Marson heading to Villa Park for £37.5 million in a separate deal. Even when he recovers, no one would expect him to be welcomed into the first-team fold, especially if Cossade and Chukwuemeka can't get into the side. It remains one of the more curious acquisitions made by the club in recent times, with Transfermarkt estimating Chelsea paid a fee 19 times greater than his £1 million value. Then there is Cossade, who is yet to play a single regulation minute in the Premier League under Maresca despite being available. So far, he has only featured in cup competitions but claimed he is happy with life in London after holding talks with the Italian boss. After talking to the coach, I was 100% sure that staying was the best decision, he said. Maresca told me what he thinks, and I had no doubts. I remained here without even considering potential loan deals. I'm not even thinking about the January transfer window. I couldn't be more proud to play for Chelsea, and the competition is one of the reasons why I decided to stay. Patience wears thin in football, though, and Maresca will know that Cossade won't wait for too long to play in his developing years. There was outrage amongst Blues supporters when they realised Chukwuemeka was left out of the team to face Gent. As it happened, the 21-year-old was suffering from illness, but it pointed to their concern that the England under-21 international is out of the picture at Stamford Bridge. The result is a scenario that has unfolded too many times for the West London club. Young player shines, frustrated with lack of minutes, leaves on permanent transfer and excels elsewhere. Callum Hudson-Odoi is a prime example, whereby he was sold for just £3 million, rising to £8 million, despite being worth considerably more than that. To add insult to injury, Hudson-Odoi has scored more Premier League goals since his move than £88 million star Mihailo Mudryk. Two other Cobham graduates have followed the same path. Mark Guehi, who was sold for £20 million to Crystal Palace, has been valued at £70 million by the Eagles, while Tino Livramento took the exit route at just 18 and is now knocking on the door for an England senior call-up after joining Newcastle for £35 million. If Chelsea want to avoid a similar outcome with Kellyman, Cossade, and Chukwuemeka, Maresca may need to find some minutes in the Premier League for them, or risk repeating the same mistakes made by his predecessors in losing elite talents.